What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. This is movie review, a spoiler movie review for Marvel Studios, the Marvels. Spoiler reviews. I'm going to talk about all the spoilers, including end credit scene and all that sort of stuff. So if you haven't seen the movie, come back to this review. You can get my thoughts on it later. But yes, it was released today, November 10th, I believe it was. I just got a chance to watch it, and my first reactions is, it's a standard formula Marvel movie, nothing special about it. I mean, look, nowadays, I don't have the same I'm excited to go watch the movie, but I don't have any expectations anymore. Maybe that's a good thing, so I can just go in fresh and enjoy it for what it is. If you've seen the podcast, me and Kibbs always say we enjoy things for what they are. So maybe that's a good thing. I think after Doctor Strange, that was the turning point for me. I lost all sense of excitement, and I don't have any expectations for these movies. I don't have the same excitement that I had from phase 1 to 3. And maybe just after Endgames as well, it was just full of hype. I just don't have that same thing. Not saying that all the movies have been completely shit, because I could enjoy things from it, but they just haven't, for me personally, haven't given me the same excitement. And this one's one of them, you know what I mean? I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a fun action movie and whatnot. It was fun to see these three characters in one movie together and join up, and there was a little bit of excitement to see their personalities cross. But the truth is, this movie doesn't really have much character building in it, and even previous, I mean, maybe it doesn't have to, because these characters have been in the MCU before, but the truth is, the only person I feel like I've got some sort of like relationship with, or I got to know a lot more, was Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, because of her show. Even with the first Captain Marvel, I feel like there wasn't a strong character build there, right? So Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, I don't feel like I know her too well, right? So there's not much emotion behind it there. Yes, she came and saved the day in Endgames and whatnot, but still don't know her. Monica Rambeau's character, we just got a chance to see her a little bit in Scarlet Witch. What was it? WandaVision and whatnot. Cool, that was nice to see her powers in there, but again, I don't know her. So seeing these three together, it was exciting to see them together, but there was not much character building. I don't really give a shit too much about them. But not saying that if it was rubbish because of that. I think the dynamics were still fun. Kamala Khan, I think she brought a lot of fun to it. Just the geek out moment, just someone so excited. She idolizes. Well, I guess she's a Muslim. She can't say that, but she loves Captain Marvel. So the fact that she, even references stealing her name and all that sort of stuff, and then teaming up with her, she's just proper geeking out. So I thought she brought a fun element to their team up and whatnot. I felt like she was the glue, because she was so geeky about it. She was the young one and whatnot. She kind of kept them together, and I thought that was fun. Excuse me while I drink my tea. I like to do these reviews in just long form rather than try and break it down and give you my full thoughts. Monica Rambeau, I mean, listen, I got to know her a little bit more in this. I got to understand why she was upset with Carol Danvers and everything. Then you got a chance to understand why Carol Danvers didn't go back and for a long time, and why she's been missing, because of the whole story of this and the Kree army, and she feels responsible for what happened to them, right? Again, spoiler alerts, right? She goes and fucks up the AI, and that destroys the planet in itself. All the resources and everything. She thought she was doing them a good thing, but in reality, she didn't know that she was going to cause more damage, and a civil war there and whatnot. And then there's just the responsibility of the Skrull and them being refugees and all that sort of stuff. But the story was standard. It was a standard story. From Kamala Khan's perspective, it starts straight after her show, right, when she what do you call it, transfers her position with Carol Danvers or whatnot, and at least they show a little background on what was going on, why that happened. The main bad guy, I forgot her name, but from the Kree army, she found one of the bangles that Kamala Khan had, and she was opening up these what do you call it, space time continuum things, man. What do you call it, man? She was opening up dimensions, basically, the paths to other dimensions, because she was basically trying to steal resources for her planet, be it water, sun, and stuff like that. And then she had a specific goal of stealing these resources from planets that had that Carol Danvers had a relationship with. So there was that motive, but the bad guy herself, and forgive me for not knowing her name, I'm just not familiar with her, and I should just Google it, to be honest. But anyway, again with the MCU, I haven't even felt any relationship with villains. Loki, yes, and with his new show, he's not really a villain anymore, is he? But I've got a great relationship, and I love seeing him. Thanos, I mean, amazing, connection with that character. And you can see his vision, even though it's fucking genocidal, but you can see why he was doing what he's doing. You have a connection with him. Ultron, okay, but still, there was still something there, but okay, it was alright. And some of the other villains, Zemo, for example, from Civil War, you felt what he was going through. With these recent villains, I just don't feel anything. So this villain, I think, was just there for a purpose of bringing the two bangles together, bringing the characters together, and then opening up these dimensions and everything. But other than that, I just didn't really feel nothing from her. But cool, it's the Marvel template, so there has to be a villain or whatnot. I just feel like they could, I don't know, man, that these villains recently are just not nothing. Look, Nick Fury was in it, always excited to see him, been in there from Avengers, the first movie, 2008, an end credit scene with Iron Man. So it's always awesome to see him. I had no expectations from Nick Fury, but Sam Jackson playing Nick Fury, which was always awesome. Kamala Khan's family, I was thinking about it. I mean, there was no value of them being in space, to be honest. I don't know why he brought them to space. Maybe because their house was fucked up, so he's like, I'll give him a shelter for now. I don't know. Maybe Nick Fury, because of the whole Skrull thing and their planets being destroyed and all that sort of stuff, felt like it was a responsibility to look after them for now. I don't know. But they brought comedic value to the movie. When I say comedic, a little bit, right? Their scenes was just a bit more lighter. There was the family value. There was the parental guidance value for Kamala Khan. They obviously cared for. Obviously, the superheroes cared for her as well. But the motherly love for that little teenage girl was there. So it wasn't just like Kamala Khan, teenage girl going out saving the universe, which was the situation, but you had a family there interjecting and saying that, and being a proper, like, I guess you could say, like, immigrant family who are very protective over their children, especially coming from like a Bengali background. I know they're supposed to be Pakistani, but immigrant background and stuff. So there's that I guess they brought that element to it, but I didn't see any value in them other than that. They didn't really need to be in space. The cat, what the hell is it called again? But anyway, the monster alien cat or whatnot, just munching up everyone at the end just to save them. Yeah, I mean, nothing, I don't know, like, again, yeah, I don't know, that was just, okay, whatever. The one thing I found a little bit cringy was the singing, the singing language that they went on the island, or the planet, the water planet, and it had everyone who spoke in a singing language. I found that a bit cringy, to be honest with you. Almost, maybe they added that in because of Kamala Khan and the whole Bollywood scene and whatnot, to kind of have that element. I don't know, I found that a little cringy and unnecessary, but it is what it is. Listen, it's a whole universe of planets and whatnot. Maybe there is a planet that speaks in a singing language. I was just like, okay, like, it just wasn't for me. And then her having a little scene and dance and being a princess and stuff. Cool. Alright. I could criticize it because I didn't like it, but maybe someone else does. Maybe it brought a different value to the movie, it brought to that scene or whatnot. My wife got excited to see the Korean dude, and forgive me, I don't know his name, but she got excited to see him. So I guess, if you know who that is, he's probably in all the Korean dramas and whatnot. Handsome dude. So there's that plus side of it. What else? I mean, I liked the switch. The switch. I tell you what, I like the switches between them. You know, the way they would switch places when they use their powers and stuff. I kind of enjoyed that, and I like the way that they were just a little training montage of how they can kind of use that to their advantage, which I thought was pretty cool. Because the last fight scene with the main bad guy or bad person, should I say, was pretty cool, the way they was about to switch in and out. So there was that element of the action that was okay. The rest of the action was kind of, you know, standard. Nothing spectacular that came to mind. I mean, I like some of the choreography that they did with these three and switching in and out, but nothing really spectacular, in my opinion. What else was my thought? What else? Listen, again, I don't think these movies have, in my opinion, rewatchability. I won't go watch it again. I mean, I remember phase 1 to 3 up to Doctor Strange, I would say. Even Guardians of the Galaxy 3, actually, I watched that twice. But up to Doctor Strange, I used to watch all the Marvel movies, regardless, 2 to 3 times in the cinema. Now it's just one and done, and then I'll wait for Disney Plus or whatever. So there's that. However, the whole multiverse, different dimensions, cool. It leads into that. That's what this whole saga is about. That's fun, right? That's pretty cool. And then I guess I'm gonna go straight into the end credit scene, which was the best part. Okay, wait, there was two scenes at the end. Let's start with the first one. Kamala Khan visits Kate Bishop, and you know, it's the introduction of the Young Avengers. She does a whole Nick Fury thing. It was, you know, gimmicky and whatnot. It was cute, it was fun, but she tried to do a whole Nick Fury thing of getting Kate Bishop to join the team, that she's thinking of joining the team or putting a team together, which is obviously the Young Avengers. Now, that's cool. Look, we got introduced to Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series. Again, I'm gonna watch anything that Marvel gives me because I love all the shit. Marvel, DC, whatever, I'm always gonna watch it. But there is no I don't have that same excitement. It wasn't like, oh my god, these two are gonna team up, this is amazing. It was just like, okay, cool. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, it's happening. Kamala Khan's gonna be like, you know, it looks like Kamala Khan might be the Nick Fury sort of thing, the team leader. Or maybe not, I don't know, but she's the one that's trying to gather them together, which is kind of cool for her. But there's no excitement for me. I'm not like over the moon of like, oh, I can't wait to see the next one when Kamala Khan and Kate Bishop join together. But of course I will watch it when it comes out, of course I will. So there was that. All good, and I'm sure we're gonna get more Young Avengers in there as the movie goes on, as the series goes on, which is totally fine. The best scene of the whole movie. It's the first time in a while I have jumped out my seat and I had goosebumps all over. End credit scene was, we saw the X-Men, we saw Beast from the X-Men. Oh my god, that was sick. And it was what's his name? Damn, Kibble sent me the name. But the guy who played Fraser, my bad, I'm always crap with names. It was his voice, but they had a CGI Beast. He looked amazing from what I remember, because I want to see it again. But he looked amazing. Beast, they were in the X-Men school. Professor X was mentioned. Monica Rambeau's mum was there as a character, but she obviously, they're in a different universe or dimension or whatnot, so she didn't know it. She thought it was her mother, but obviously it's not. I couldn't figure out what the uniform she used and which X-Men she was supposed to be, or maybe not. I thought maybe she was Captain Marvel from the universe that Doctor Strange was in, and that was the universe of the Illuminati. I don't know, but that for me was the best part of the movie. I haven't had goosebumps and jumped out my seat like that in ages. Just to see Beast was amazing. You know, we knew we were getting the X-Men, and we always had little theme tunes, and you know, Kamala Khan was what, you know, they said in her show she was the first mutant and all this sort of stuff. But to see a X-Men in the Beast, like Beast, I know we saw Professor X in Doctor Strange, but that was awesome. But they spoiled that. They spoiled that in the trailers and all that sort of stuff. They took a bit of the hype. It was still awesome, but it was iffy. This was good. You know, I saw no spoilers. There was no trailers with the Beast in it and whatnot. That was the best part of the whole movie. I was jumping out of my seat. I was super excited. I don't know what universe she's in. I'm just assuming the one that was in Doctor Strange where the Illuminati's were and stuff. Such a great that was good. That was amazing. So the fact that we're getting the X-Men in, we saw Beast. He looked so cool. He was in his scientist jacket and glass. I believe he was in glass. This is how bad my memory is, right? But I just saw it. But I believe he was in his glasses, doing his science stuff. He looked amazing. I think the CGI looked like in the previous X-Men he looked fine, but it was a costume, which was I think great in some perspective. But this looked fully CGI, so I feel like they really was able to get Beast's look from the comic books. You know, he had the fur, and his fur was very furry and all that sort of stuff. That was the best part of the movie. Super exciting. So when it comes to what I want to see next, I will watch whatever they give me, but that's the part I'm interested in most. Like, where is Monica Rambeau? So at the end of the movie, basically, again, spoil the shit out of it. She goes into a different dimension and she ends up there. And that's what I'm interested to see more. So if they give me a Monica Rambeau movie saying, hey, the continuation of Monica Rambeau, it's gonna have X-Men, I'm in. I'm in anyway, but that I'm more interested in than anything. So I hope they give us more of that. I can't wait to see what they do. I think the X-Men I feel like with the X-Men, that's gonna take us to the next level. I think with what they're doing now, it's just standard. I don't know if this movie's gonna make much money. I'm hearing that the box office pre-sales are already basic, below Flash and all that sort of stuff. People are hating on it. Cool. I don't think it was the best movie in the world, but you know, I just enjoyed it for what it was. But that last scene was, ooh, that was good. It's been a while since I got excited about a Marvel movie, or at least some end credit scene in a Marvel movie where I'm like, I definitely want to go and see that. I want to know more about that, and that was fully unexpected. If there was an end credit scene in this movie, I thought maybe it would have been a wasted one. It would have been a comedic one. It would have been something involving in the Marvels, but the fact that they got the X-Men and they showed us Beast, smashed it. That was the best part. So anyway, look, that's my overall review of the movie. So standard Marvel movie, nothing exciting, all that sort of stuff. Worth watching, worth exploring because of the multiverse and whatnot. But that end credit scene was definitely worth. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely worth it. For me, it was definitely worth watching the movie, going to the cinema for that. But yeah, look, listen guys, I mean, that was my long form review. Me and Kibbs will talk about it. I'd love to get Kibbs' perspective on it, so check out the next podcast. Me and Kibbs will talk about it as well, so love to hear his thoughts, and maybe some of his thoughts might change my mind. We both spoke about it briefly, and same sort of feeling, you know, standard formula and whatnot. But yeah, I'm looking forward to geeking out with him more. Cool guys, would love to hear your thoughts on the movie, you know, please comment and whatnot, give me your thoughts. What did you think? What did you think of the end credit scene? And on that note, I'll leave you to it. Thanks guys for watching, subscribing and all that good stuff, and I'm out. Peace.